Now, a lot of celebrities right now are through like TMZ and Perez Hilton. A lot of celebrities are mentioning about fan etiquette, and I know that you had an experience where you had a fan cross some major boundaries.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, what do you think about fan etiquette, and what do you think is
It's
appropriate
tough.
for fans? I mean, a lot of times people just want to say I support you, but then they take it to the next level.
Yeah.
So what was that experience like?
That experience was life-changing is the best way to put it, and very, very eye-opening to how somebody can really just infiltrate your life so much. And
What do you mean?
well, it started out as a simple just fan asking a question on MySpace, and then she ended up at the beginning hacking into my MySpace page and slowly just going into my entire life. And I'm very open with my fans. I try to respond back to everybody, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, MySpace. I honestly do, and sometimes I miss a few, but I try my best. And that's who I thought this person was. I was like, okay, let me answer a few of your questions, because the list was about 40 questions long. And I was like, okay, some of your questions are a little, off color. I don't think they're appropriate for me to answer. But, here are the answers to a few of your other ones. And then that just upset her. And then literally that was the beginning of a 3-year torture fest on me, whether it be my grandparents were attacked, my mother was attacked, my roommates in Nashville were attacked, my friends, no matter what city I was in, whether it be New York, Nashville, Atlanta, or LA, were attacked.
Did she actually come to the States?
No, that's the one thing, is that she never did come to the States, but she was a cyber stalker, which is almost worse, because when it's a physical person, you can physically arrest somebody.
Right.
When somebody is in another country, around the other side of the world, attacking you when you're technically asleep, it's really hard to fight back, and it took a lot of effort and a lot of, the FBI was involved, Interpol, all these amazing people that ended up, but it took a lot of effort to finally get her arrested. And it's like your privacy, you just don't feel like you ever will have that ever back. It's like, when you're a victim, a part of you has been taken. So it's really interesting, because I know she's a 1 in a million chance. So
Right.
for a long time I was really afraid to ever go back to being who I was prior to that, but I've learned she's a special person that nobody
Is
else
it hard? I mean, is it hard? Do you find yourself taking a step back in trusting fans? Like, I mean,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the hardest thing, is like nobody wants to create the boundary, but unfortunately there has to be some line that has to be made. Otherwise, people get really confused, and then that's, I think, where sometimes some people like to push it and see how close they can get to somebody. And I hate that, but it's the reality we live in.
do you think it's hard for fans or just people in general to separate the person from the job? Because we love
Yeah.
what we're doing, but it doesn't define us.
Yes, exactly. It is really hard for some people think that this is what they see is all who I am or what I am, and I'm like, oh, I'm a human being just like y'all.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I have a favorite book. I like to eat pizza,
Yeah, I
and
like
let's
to
watch a
sleep
DVD.
in.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and it's great to be put on a pedestal, which is, it's very flattering, but at the same time, it's like, okay, come on, bring it back down. I'm just like everybody else.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I mean, you have a country album.
Yeah.
You're about to star in Carrie.
Possibly.
Yeah,
if
they
it
just had a
goes to
reading on
Broadway.
Friday.
We did. It was great.
Who's in the cast right now for the?
Sutton Foster was Miss Gardner.
Amazing.
She's a Georgia girl, so great. Molly Ranson was Carrie. Marin Maisie was Margaret, Carrie's mother. And Matt Doyle was Tommy. Jen, I can never say her last name, Diamano or...
From Next to Normal.
Yes, I never say it right.
She's amazing.
She's so great.
Yeah.
And she was Sue. And John Arthur Green was, from West Side Story, was my Billy.
Wow.
So it was a great cast. Everyone in the ensemble and everyone was just, incredibly talented. And we'll see what happens next. I'd love to be a part of it, but Nashville is definitely calling
Right.
my name. And it's, I've been basically on the road all of 2009 doing theater here, theater there, theater wherever. And I really want to get back and focus for a little while and get
Well,
back on
I don't
that.
know if you can go back to Nashville. I mean, Broadway Space just said that you were. Am I going to embarrass you right now? Broadway Space actually just said that Diana was one of the top 30 Broadway performers under the age of 30 to look out for. So,
you.
what was that like?
That was really cool, and it was exciting because I still kind of feel like the somewhat of the outsider looking in the Broadway community, even though they've been really great to me, and they've been. But I didn't go to Carnegie Mellon. I didn't go to NYU. I didn't go to these amazing schools that 99.9% of the people in the industry have gone to. I have not done 17 Broadway shows. I don't have a Tony nomination. I don't
Yet.
One day maybe. I mean, so there's so much going on, and so many people that have done all these, brilliant things, and I've done what I can, and I try to be best at what I've done. And it was really funny to read what they put, and then they put, "How much do we love her?" and like question mark, question mark. I was like, "Oh, yay!"
It's got to feel great.
It was really cool. It was really nice to get a little bit of recognition.
Well, Diana, thank you so much for joining us. I'm with Josh.com. Diana has a brand new album. Do you want to tell all of our friends?
Unplugged in Nashville. Go check it out. iTunes, Rhapsody, cdbaby.com, all those good places.
It's an EP, so download the whole album.
Yeah, it's only 4 songs.
4 songs.
It's cheap, too.
And definitely listen to Find Me, and thank you, because thank you has a special meaning. So I want to say thank you to you, and thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Bye.